Good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? Get ready with me while I give my reaction to the circus. Hashtag Nevaeh, hashtag Blueface, hashtag Christian Rock, aka Holy Hands That Ain't Holy. Girl, I know I done watched about 20 something videos of the situation with the baby shower. Well, back up. Krishan Rock showing up to Blueface's house while Nevaeh's getting ready for the baby shower. Showing up to the baby shower, and uh, that girl seeing her and asking him, "Is that her?" And then she showing up to the after party at a club that Nevaeh had no business being at, but she was enjoying her day. And frankly, I believe she knew that Rock was going to be at that club. And I believe in her spirit, she wanted to be there to see it. She wanted to talk her shit. She wanted to pop it. She knew. She just wanted to be there. And I believe she thinks that her presence could have changed something. But as we all know, her presence couldn't change it, didn't change it, etc., etc. Now she knows, but she's still in the circus. So listen, Krishan is toxic. Everybody knows it. He knows it. She knows it. For whatever reason, you know, he is drawn to her. I believe because of true feelings. I really believe that he is just about crazy in love for Krishan. But I'm going to tell you what I think more than anything. I think he likes her violence, her gangster, so to speak. I'm trying to get something, y'all, and I know you're having a hard time hearing me, but hang on. Um, I think he likes the fact that she is very violent, that she is toxic. I think he likes the fact that she loves on him one minute and will slap the dog shit out of him the next minute. Um, I believe that he is attracted to that. Jaden gives him a little bit of that sometimes, but not like Rock did. Now here's the thing. When they were standing at that taco stand and she saw that Mercedes pulled up and she asked him, "Is that Rock?" And he responded to her saying, "Why, you want to fight her?" That girl is 9 months pregnant and in labor. And matter of fact, she might have had the baby already. We're waiting on those results. But I thought that was really weird because she's 9 months pregnant, damn near 9.5 months pregnant. So she ain't wanting and trying to fight nobody. She's in a very delicate and sensitive position. But it was the fact that he jumped on her. Now, the people on the streets is saying that he was on something. They saying he was high, he was under the influence, and that's why he was biting her head off every chance he got. He called her grandmother all kind of bitches and very monstrous things. I could understand his feelings to an extent where he said, "Didn't none of your family come to the baby shower to support you?" Well, the reality of it is, I believe he was on something. I believe he was under the influence. But nigga, you ain't hurt. You ain't hurt by it. Because deep down, I believe he knows they don't want to come to support her because supporting her was going to be supporting him. And they don't appreciate how he treats her. As a matter of fact, she the only one loving on him. She the only one that is accepting of how he treats her, how he talks to her, how he calls her out his name. She the one loving on him. She the one knowing that he's a whore. She the one decided to get pregnant and keep the baby. She the one decided to stay and be there for him. She's the one that wants to play wifey with no ring. Those are all her decisions. And like most families who don't want to see their daughter, niece, sister, cousin, female relative be physically, emotionally, and verbally abused, nobody wants to be around him. So while he dragged her family like a dog for not coming to support her, he forgot number one, this is not her first child, this is her second. They probably were there with her first, but nobody wanted to be around him. So that bothered him because he was the one sending out airline tickets, round trip tickets for everybody to come, and they just didn't want to be around him. So he used that to hurt her, to go against her. But now let's get back into the Krishan Rock side of things. Because again, I've watched 25 something videos. This is my reaction to it. You know, it's very funny that a messy bitch will tell all the secrets. She thought it was exciting to tell somebody that she slept with him, not realizing how stupid she looked, because she always running around Bible thumping, talking about she give her heart to God. And listen, I'm not saying that she's not a Christian. What I'm saying is that she's half Christian, half stupid, and half hoe. Because anybody that is giving their life over to Christ and is trying to do better, trying to change their atmosphere, trying to change their ways, don't continue to dibble and dabble from the shit that they're running from, that they're trying to get away from. One minute she's all praising God and crying and letting the Spirit use her, and the next minute she cussing, sucking, and doing all of the things, talking about, doing things to a pregnant woman and just all kind of crazy stuff, when she should be praying to God and giving all she got to help her child, because the internet is trying to get him took away from her. That would be the best thing for him to do. Now I did hear Jaguar Wright speak on it, and she said a lot of things that make sense. Jaguar Wright sat up and said that when they were together and she was doing the bad girls thing and they were filming Crazy in Love, Jaguar said that she had to sacrifice something, like all the rest of them, right? She had to sacrifice something or someone to get to the level that she wanted to get. So she, aka allegedly, drank, smoked, popped this, that, and the third while she was pregnant, with no care in the world about the baby in her stomach. She doesn't have, since God gave a goat, to realize that if you didn't care about the baby when he was in your womb, you damn sure can't make us think that you give a damn about him now that he's alive and you birthed a child with special needs, because that was the sacrifice you made. Now let Jaguar Wright tell it. She leaning to give a full sacrifice. This is a half sacrifice because he's still alive. He can't do for himself and probably never will be, but he's still alive for now. So it is amazing that she was glad to stand up and say to the world, as well as Nevaeh, as well as Jada, that she's still sexually involved with him, and she wanted Nevaeh she wants Nevaeh to leave him. Why I say that? Because she not only told her she was being used, but she revealed and admitted to Nevaeh, he gave me the address. He gave me, he was in the car with me when I came to his house. He gave me the address to the baby shower that had security so that nobody could come in and cause any harm, any damage, or any melee. He told her about the club and where they was at. It's even a video out there that a girl is saying that one of his own people, and I can't think of his name, he the tall guy with the dreadlocks, that said they believe that he might have had something to do with them girls showing up to the club for Krishan. They played a few clips where they were standing outside talking. Blueface was standing right there, but he was so engaged in his phone, he wasn't paying attention. The boy kept repeating where they was gonna be, 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 and the girl showed up. Now, I believe that Miss Holy Hands might have been on something that it wasn't so holy either. And for her to sit on stream and say that raised her hands and told the girl she didn't know them, she didn't, you know what I'm saying, she didn't want no problems, but they don't want this because her hands are registered. Bitch, Tyson's hands was registered. He had a one hitter quitter that could put you down and put you on a life support machine for the rest of your life. Girl, you just started boxing. Your hands ain't registered for nothing but getting your ass locked up. That's all. And I believe the only thing she has on her side is the fact that the girl swung her first. Now, I can't say the girl connected, but I can say that that first swing took Rock to the ground and she popped up like a yo-yo. And then that's when she said, okay, now I'm finna give it to you. She squared up. They went at it, and baby, when I tell you she drugged that motherfucker around that car, she banged her head all against that tire wheel, baby. She gave it a two-piece with a goddamn biscuit and a medium drink. She did that. But she's always done that when she fights. That's one of the reasons why, she was on the baddies, right? Her and her sister Tasiki, who, by the way, they did release the receipts, and it looks like an NDA. Now, apparently, some people can't read. Some people can't read. They don't understand that an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement, meaning that you cannot tell, share, show, forward, let people see the agreement. They are not supposed to know what the agreement is trying to keep secret. And they done shared the whole agreement, and the agreement says Homegirl was paid $550,000 to lose the fight between whoever the girl is, the big girl, Big Lex for the Bad Girls Club. They said Tasika was paid $500,000 to lose the fight. And you could hear Tasika tell the girl at the end, now you owe me. You owe me. Implying that she had been paid. But I digress. So, it's interesting that when Krishan and that girl started fighting, that Blueface was hovering around the circle, running around, cheering her on, telling her to get her, take her down, take her out, hyping her up, pulling bitches off of them so couldn't nobody break them up, because he wanted to not only showcase that she was finna put them paws on old girl, but at the same time, you on an ego trip because you out here with your schoolyard crips. You surrounded by your so-called team. When quiet as it's kept, word on the street is spreading that your so-called team set everything in motion. And the last video that I saw last night was him getting into it with somebody, and let it be reported by the internet that homeboy popped Blueface with a pistol. He pistol popped Blueface, and Blueface went down. Now, Blueface was surrounded by his cameramen who stood there and looked. Blueface was surrounded by his schoolyard crew who stood around and looked. And the only bitch that was standing there that jumped into action was his little bitch, Miss Holy Hands. She jumped down there, grabbed him, to get him up. And I believe she would have threw hands on a man had he tried to further attack Blueface while he was on the ground. Now, Blueface went live and showed his face and his head, and apparently he don't have no knot on his head or nothing, which implies that when he darted back, maybe he lost his footing, and that's what put him down. I don't know. They said somebody popped him with the gun, but ain't no knot on his head. Ain't no, don't look too much like any facial damage, but he got a face full of tattoos, so who knows? Just like the little girl that Krishan dragged around the car, she went live and showed that she didn't have no knot on her head. She didn't have no scratches. She had a swollen lip and tried to pass it off that her lip is natural, but then she turned around in the same sentence and said she just has naturally big lips. She bit her lip and said if it had been busted, it would have been a cut or a scratch. Who cares? At the end of the day, she beat your ass like a Hollywood rock star, and you got the nerve to be on the internet bragging that your face is fine, your face didn't get jacked up. No, maybe not, but she had you by that weave, baby, and she was rocking your snot box, as Hassan Campbell would say. But hey, Krishan is crazy, for real. And I don't know why she would put herself in that position over a man that really don't love anybody. He just out here just giving it out. He just slinging dick everywhere. He is the community dick man. That is just it. And it amazes me that Nevaeh decided to get pregnant by a man who she thought really loved her, uh, and that she would accept the mental and emotional abuse that he throws down to her. It's one thing for a dude to be out there being a hoe, but he studied keeping money, thousands in your pocket, paying your rent at your apartment, doing all of the things, taking care of you. That's one thing. But to sit down and mentally degrade you and talk about your trials and tribulations, time you might have spent in a shelter, and saying things that's hurtful, emotional while you carrying his child. Now that he didn't already question whether the child. Listen, the only two kids he ain't questioned is Jordan, is Javon and Journey. Them the only two kids he ain't never questioned. He doesn't question Krishan because he done told the people in the interview that she was messing with Ronnie when they had a little time apart. So he didn't know if the baby was his or Ronnie, and let everybody else tell it they believe it was Ronnie's. But rest in peace to Ronnie though. He didn't get that news, and he's no longer here. Um, he doesn't question Nevaeh about whether or not the baby is his and when he got out of prison and when they got together. And we come to find out Nevaeh had been messing with him when he was with Jaden, messing with him when he was with Krishan. And I don't know what made her think wasn't gonna be messing with somebody else when she was there. But I digress. Now he got you pregnant and he got a bitch called Rella, whatever her name is. He got her pregnant. Why are you pregnant? Like he just again, I just out here giving it out. And for her to take that abuse from a man is really asinine. But I guess her thought is, I'll take whatever he's giving me as long as he's taking care of me. Let me tell you something, ladies. If you want that mentality, there's nothing wrong with having it. But if you're gonna do the work of a wife, bitch, at least have sense that God gave you and be a wife. If that nigga ain't put a ring on it, what the fuck is you really doing? Cause mama say you can't give a cow milk. He already got it. The fuck? Like, are you stupid? And listen, I know ladies, women that have done that back in my younger days. It was girls like that. Know it, seen it. It's a statistic. It is what it is. But how can you allow a nigga to do you like that and not have? Because I know she cries at night. But hey, you know what? One thing about it and two things for sure, her pockets is fat. She ain't broke. So if she want to take his abuse, girl, go head on. Because you ain't broke. You got the funds that you need to walk away at any time. You and your little baby and your little badass son. You can walk away at any time. I'm sure he would help, take care of you. He would give you money, but you're gonna keep money as long as you stay in the house. So hey, she's been threatening all along, and she can't wait till she drop this baby. She gonna do this. Bitch, don't threaten. Don't tell a nigga what you gonna do. Show the motherfucker. Don't tell him. Just continue to be the mother. Do your motherly duties for the first 6 months, till the baby gets 6 months. And then when he decide that he want to go out or go to a booking or go wherever the hell he been going, and he want to be gone for 3 or 4 days, it ain't nothing wrong with you getting up and getting gone for 3 or 4 days. Drop the baby off with your sister, your mama, your cousin, or whatever. It ain't nothing. Go spend the night somewhere. Go get you some dick somewhere and come on home. You ain't got to talk about it. Don't rub it in his face, because a motherfucker that's doing you dirty but yet still taking care of you financially is not going to react the way you react. You take whatever he throw out to you. He's not going to take what you throw out to him. He don't got to, because he's the man. He wears the pants. He pays the bill. He foots the note. He provides the security, the stability, and all of the things, all the while he's abusing you verbally, physically, and emotionally. So you're not gonna do to him what he do to you. Trust and believe. Cause like he's told you many times, bitch, if you wanna leave, leave. It's a whole bunch of girls that want to be here in your place, and they have proven that. They've come over, they've washed clothes, they've washed dishes, they've cooked dinners, and all of the things. He's just playing with these girls. But what she should be most concerned about is the fact that he raw dogging. So if he catch some shit and bring it back to you, you messed up for life. Now we're not gonna talk about the fact that Rock not only revealed that he was giving her the addresses to all of these locations, but the fact that she always reveals something that the people don't know. What she had said was he like people to be playing in his booty and eating his groceries. That what she had said. The same way she said last time he liked playing with men. Like she said last time he had some shit done to him in prison. Like she said, oh, she been revealing some shit. When she get angry, she spills all of his tea. And yet he loves that toxicity. He always goes back for more. But last video I saw, she was in labor. He was gone dropping this girl back at the airport so she could go back to Baltimore. She came up here solely for the shenanigans, spend time with him and the shenanigans, and then she went on back to Baltimore. Now, did she want to go to Baltimore? Hell no, she didn't. But I'm sure after that bullshit she pulled the other night, she thought about it, and I think she know that she's at least in trouble with her boxing coach, her boxing manager. Because, bitch, do you want to box and make money, or do you want to be in the streets with the potential chance of going to jail, losing your child, losing your freedom, losing your money, losing your security, your house, your car, and everything? Like, what is it that you want to do? Because you running around out here acting like you holier than now, when really something is wrong with her mentally. Something is wrong with her. She don't know what she want to do. She got with Blueface and decided she wanted to be a rapper and a singer. He got her on, and then when he went to jail, she couldn't think for herself. She didn't have nobody trying to tell her, because you can't tell her nothing. She don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Them kind of motherfuckers don't never learn. They're gonna always go through life and experience the hard way, because they don't want to hear you can't tell them nothing, and they are too slow to pick up on how to do better, how to be better, how to have better, how to have more. They're not right. So then she went when she figured out she couldn't handle the bookings and the singing and the rapping on her own. Then okay, well, Blueface boxing, now she wanna box. If Blueface decide he want to suck dick for money, she's gonna want to suck dick. Like, she's just doing whatever. He's just leading the circus, and she just another puppet following along. Now, Jaden is doing her best to work her loving feelings for him out of her system by engaging with other men and women. She's out there having relationships and having her fun. That's still her baby's daddy. Her babies love their daddy. And she's going to make sure that they spend time with their daddy, their grandma, their auntie, and whoever else is around. but she's going to have her time too. And why these people get $1 million or more and want to jump up and buy these houses where they having to spend 10,000 a month rent? They not listen. Some stupid shit you just don't need nobody to tell you. God gave you common sense. Now if you can't use the sense He gave you, then girl, you get whatever you deserve. That's it. You can't go no further than that. It is what it is. But the streets are saying that the guy with the big dreads, with the long dreads, they're saying that they believe that he sent them girls to the club to do whatever. Now I would think that once again, everybody got sense enough to know you can't put your hands on no pregnant woman. You going straight to jail. It ain't no ands if and buts about that. But the fact that the other person that was gonna be there was Krishan means, my nigga, you getting stabbed in the back by your own clique. But you still running around years later hollering schoolyard crip, schoolyard crip. Crip was standing right there when the old boy dropped you. Your cameraman was standing there. Your security was standing. All your peoples were standing right next to you when you hit that motherfucking ground. And I didn't see nobody trying to pull nobody off other than Krishan. Now they definitely do the same thing. He fights for her, she fights for him. That he defends her, she defends him. She'll spill his tea and go suck him off all in the same hour. It don't matter. But I tell you something. That monster that he got hanging between his legs will be the death of him, because he has said it out of his mouth more than once that Rock has tried to set him up and he's seen the play. Why he continue to be around her is beyond me. So he don't really care too much about his freedom, about making the money, the streaming money. They sitting up making 15, 25, 30,000 a month off of streaming. He ain't even trying to sing no more. He make a little something, something every now and then and throw it out. I don't think he's with a label. He can do that. He's got his restaurant up and running. But now he done been out there with Casa Knot and DDG, and he done seen how much money they making streaming. Now the people is advertising that he making more money than AB and Dean. So, that's where his money pot flow, and that's where he's gonna be until he go back to the penitentiary. Because trust and believe, they claim he's no longer on probation, but if anybody let that video out where he kicked that girl in the head, he's absolutely going back to the penitentiary. Now listen, I'm gonna go ahead on and get ready so I can step out for work. Y'all be great, be blessed, and have a blessed day.